Hi there, Prairie Plant Girl here. I picked myself up a North Pole white spruce. So this is a nice cold tolerant tree. Should grow about 6 feet wide and 10 to 12 feet tall at maturity. And it's developed off of a native spruce species that's native to Canada and the US. So I thought it would be a nice tree to have here in my yard, to fill in this space where my I had a large cherry tree that came down. I've had a big empty space here, and I thought an evergreen would be a nice thing to replace it with. So I'm going to get this tree in the ground, and I thought I'd bring you along to see what I'm doing. So I thought I'd just show you the space here where we're going. So this is the area where the pool was, and I've replaced the pool with these pots. You can see the potatoes are growing up really nicely. At the far end by the back fence is this blank area where I'd like to put this tree. There's a high bush cranberry on either side, and then the neighbor has some, I believe they're crab apples in behind with nice dark foliage. So I think the evergreen in this area will really set these trees off, and in the winter when they've dropped all their leaves, it'll still give us that green pop at the back of the yard. So I think that'll look really nice. So I'll get that area dug out, amend the soil a little bit, get it planted up. Okay, so I've got the hole dug. You should always try and dig a hole that's 2 to 3 times as wide as the can that the tree came in, and about the same depth. And that's what I have here. So I'm going to get the tree out of its pot here. There's some old roots from the cherry tree still here I had to cut out. To get the tree out of its pot or can, I'm just going to give it a couple good hits on the side. And I can see already it's not packed in here real hard. It hasn't been in here too long, I don't think. So there's the root system. And it's a little bit wound, but not real tight. So I'll just give it a little scratch, to kind of break up some of the memory. So the bottom a little scratch to loosen those up. Let's see her. Okay, so it wound up being quite a bit deeper here. The planting hole is here. And the tree is a good 4 to 6 inches lower. So I'm going to take this out and fill the hole with some more soil. I'm going to use a mix that's mostly the native soil that I pulled out, with a little bit of cattle manure, composted manure mixed in, just to loosen the soil a little bit, but I want to keep mostly the native soil so the roots move out further out of the planting hole. And I'm also going to put a little bit of blood and bone in while I mix that up. Okay, let's see how that fits now. So now it looks like we're pretty close to the top of the planting hole with the top of the root ball, so that's what we want. And I'm just going to give this a turn. Let's see. We don't want that side. the best side, so I'm just going to make sure it's centered where I want it. Okay, so I think that's centered nicely and standing about where I want it. So now I just need to backfill. I'll backfill about halfway. I'll put some water in, let it soak down, and then I'll backfill the rest of the way. So if you give it a good water about partway through filling it in, that just helps to settle the soil a little better, to eliminate any air pockets that might be in there. Especially with our heavy clay, I find it kind of helps break down the clay and, you know, just push everything around it, any big clods that you might have there. So let's get the rest of this filled in here. Okay, so I filled the soil back in up to the level that the tree was in the can. I'm going to give it some more water, help settle this soil. And then these trees like full sun, and it's an overcast day today, but it definitely will get full sun in this area here. They like an average to moist soil, and they need a cold winter. They don't do well in areas that don't have a cold winter or that have too warm of a summer. So you want somewhere that's going to have a nice prolonged cold time in the winter months, and then not too high of heat or humidity over the summer. But here in our zone 2B to 3 kind of area, that'll be just perfect for this tree here. They say it grows 10 to 15 inches a season or a year, so should fill in quite quickly. And I won't expect too much growth this season though, as it settles its roots. But I think it'll do really nicely here and just give us a little bit of that evergreen interest. So just to hold some of that moisture, I've decided to use some leaves around the base for now. As they decompose, they'll add some nutrients to the soil, and until then they'll just help to hold the moisture in. So there, I think that looks really nice, and I think as it fills in and grows, it'll just add to the space. I think evergreens are an important thing, especially in a northern climate, to have that green that stays all year round. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already a subscriber, then hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.